Hello friends of terrain building and welcome to another Middle-earth terrain building tutorial. Today I want to show you how I basically built and tinkered my Gondor buildings, what techniques I have used, how I built the recessed windows and also the roofs. In addition, I want to show you very briefly how to create civilian life on such a terrain piece. However, I would like to take this up more intensively with a further video that will come sometimes in mid-December. You can get a lot of life with a few steps into quiet, barren buildings. For today, though, let's get started on the construction of this house. Let's get right into it, have fun with this tutorial. The first steps are already done. For this, I cutted a total of 8 walls. 4 of them are a bit shorter and the other 4 are longer. My floor height here is now 8 centimeters. The shorter walls here are about 9 centimeters in width and the longer walls are 13 centimeters in width. So what is the next step? I will use a cutter knife to carve a stone texture. I will then use appropriate templates to carve in doors and windows as well. Then I'll use the angle cutter to cut a 45-degree angle into the walls so that the walls can be glued together seamlessly and you don't get an unsightly edge. I will then glue the two floors together. You can see this entire process in the upcoming time lapse and I will report again when the two floors are built so far. The two floors are glued together now. On the ground floor, I decided for a door on one long side for small windows, because later there will be glued columns in between. On the other two walls, I have inserted windows by using the template of a door and cut that out. In the back, another wall with two smaller windows was glued behind the front wall. This creates this recess which on the one hand fits super into the Gondor architecture style and on the other hand also generally looks a bit more exciting and more interesting than a smooth wall. On the upper floor, I built the same windows on two sides again, so that the house has the same style on both floors. On the other two walls, I didn't cut any windows. On the first floor, I want to build a portico, and on top of it, I want to build a first slanted roof. This roof protrudes into the second floor, so windows would not make much sense here. I have also shortened the recessed walls in the lower floor above and in the upper floor below a bit, so that I can use a suitable floor here later between the two floors. The floor is important, firstly, to cover up any minor unevenness between the floors, as no light will shine through. And secondly, you can see into the building through the open windows, so there should be a real floor to stand on upstairs too. In the next step, I will cut some columns and then cut the roof above the portico. The Gondorian house is finished so far. The roof is not glued yet, so you can glue the shingles better, and you can also paint the inside better and easier. The upper floor is also not glued yet, but the ceiling is cutted to fit so that you can put the floors inside each other and they will hold together. Other than that, I have the building structured. For now, the bricks and the painting process are missing. I won't show you much of either because it's not that exciting, or I've already shown it partially here. For the bricks, I will use tools from Shifting Lands again. Here, for this example, one with rectangular bricks, because I like the symmetry for Gondor very much. After gluing the bricks, the house will be painted and glued to a base. In addition, some decorations are added, which I would like to show you as well. The house is painted and based. I primed it with a white and inked with a gray ink that I mixed myself. After that, I took some light brown ink to show flowing down lines that give the building a little more realism. Up close, they look strong. From a greater distance, they look rather weak. I like them a lot. I also textured the base, painted it white and inked it. Painted the door brown and brushed it light. The bricks were primed in dark gray and inked in black. You have just seen in time lapse that I have made small fences because I want to make a small enclosure with two pigs. Plus, there will be a dog, a cat, some other small stuff, and a musician who will sit on a chair. All this serves the civil life of the building and makes them much more exciting to look at. I don't want to show you too much here yet. In the soon to be released second video for Minas Tirith, I will primarily just show you ways to use such details to add more life to a terrain piece. For that, I got some nice civilians from the Kobold Nest and I want to stage them and show you that soon. But for now, I'll glue all that first and show you the finished house afterwards.